I decided to make this video because I have to rebuff those protein hustlers. And they're hustlers really because they haven't got a slightest idea what they're talking about. They make videos. I saw one that really had me climbing the wall. He had the nerve to say that it's amino acids in fruit. And he gets his amino acids from fruit. What an idiot he is. First of all, an amino acid that builds muscles is the combination of amino acids. It's not just one, there's no one amino acid that builds muscles. It's the combination of 21 amino acids that builds muscles and is essential for recovery and maintaining body strength and for the immune system. Then I saw another one where some kid was talking about what you should take with protein, which he hadn't the slightest idea what he's talking about, had no experience. He looked like a string bean, and he had the nerve to be showing her what you should take and what you should not take. Now, you know, the most important thing is this. When anybody tells you what they should use when it comes to supplements and supplementation, what is the background of this person? What has he accomplished? What has he done? What can he show as reference to his theory? Now, this fella that claims he can get your protein from fruit, I was like, I couldn't believe what he's coming out of his mouth. And he had the nerve to say he used himself in this example. I've never heard of him. I've never heard anybody accomplish anything under his name. I've been in this business for over 50 years. I know what it takes to build muscle, and I know what it takes to build strength. Now, if you had a choice between one or the other, vegetables or protein, or say take a steak, and you had to choose one or the other, you better pick that steak if you want to live. Because protein can be converted to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates cannot be converted to protein, and if protein is essential for life. B12 doesn't come in vegetables. Now, I'm not knocking vegetables. Vegetables are very good. Fruit's very good. It adds to the mineral base and it's alkaline. But when you tell somebody that they can get along without protein, and I mean real viable, complete protein, then you're giving a disservice. You really are giving a disservice to people and guys that are looking for the truth. And you know, it sounds great. Oh, I get my amino acid. Amino acids is just, that's what's so angry, makes me so damn angry. Amino acids, it's just components of protein. The end product is nitrogen. All of that eventually ends to nitrogen, and that's what builds your strength and your immune system. I tell you, I don't know of one world-class athlete that's vegetarian. Now, there may be one or two, but I don't know any. They gave this test on centurions. They wanted to find out why they live so long. What's the secret? What's their diet? Do you know something? Not one centurion, not one person over 100 years old was a vegetarian. And one of the people that were examining them was like shocked because she was a vegetarian, because she was making, there's nothing wrong. I mean, hey, look, if you want to be a vegetarian, if you want to do, fine. But don't make it like the cure-all, because it isn't. And don't talk about protein if you don't know what you're talking about. You know, I remember when the big craze was complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates, you know, sounds all intriguing. And I heard guys, I want a complex carbohydrate diet come in. I said, you know what it is? They had no idea what they're talking about. I said, you know what? Complex carbohydrates, the difference between that and regular carbohydrates is that it's slower to break down into carbohydrates, that's all. And carbohydrates do not build muscle tissue. It has one function, energy. We need carbohydrates. The brain uses carbohydrates. I'm not knocking carbohydrates. But don't negate, if you want to improve in your athletic endeavors, do not negate, make sure you get plenty of protein. Take this guy, Phillips, the top swimmer that broke all records. You know, he got 700 grams of protein a day, 12,000 calories he was eating a day. And why did he beat those guys out? Because he had that extra. And you tell me, show me one world-class champion, one, source? I don't know, just one. That's complete vegetarian. You're not going to find them. Because you cannot build muscle tissue without complete protein. And it's a disservice to guys that are looking for information to tell them that you can do it. And if you don't know what you're talking about, of course you can put anything on YouTube. I mean, you could say that you can get all the protein you want from spring water. Nobody can stop you. But people listen to these guys and think they know what they're talking about. Now, when I started training, we didn't understand protein, but we understood that when we ate it, we felt so much stronger. I remember we would eat 2 pounds of steak a day, and we noticed something. When we ate the steak, we felt stronger. We ate the chicken, not, you felt good, but not like you felt with the steak. And we realized that later, as science came out and they broke these things down, there's creatine in steak, there's no creatine in chicken. And creatine is essential for energy, and the body creates creatine, but when you take the steak, it gives you extra boost of creatine, which is essential for energy. And most guys don't know, most people, we didn't understand it. We just went on the tried and true. We knew that if we ate more protein, which was steak, when we ate more steak, we felt stronger. So we ate 2 pounds a day. I mean, I'm not bragging, but I'm up there. I'm 77. And I tell you one thing, all of my friends that didn't look at protein the way I do, they're not doing too well today. So now you just don't teach. It sounds, protein's the thing, protein, so you gotta come out and say, oh, ain't no big deal, because that makes people listen to you. But you're doing people a disservice. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't say anything. You see, now these guys that say, and the guy that was talking about protein, what makes me laugh, that their skin is real. I've never seen a well-built man say, yo, take plenty of protein. Never. I've seen one. But yet these guys, that's why it gets me so angry. And I was so angry because I said, this is a disservice. It's actually a disservice to the average bodybuilder, or average person wanting to get in shape, to negate and minimize protein and try to pretend that somehow some magic in carbohydrates. There's no magic in carbohydrates. And you gotta understand that. It has one function, it's for energy. You need it for energy. The only thing, if you take protein for energy, it's too expensive. The body will convert protein to energy, but it doesn't like to do that. It's a very expensive way to get your energy. But don't try to say that it's something magical about it, because it isn't. And if you rely on it, you're going to have a higher ratio of fat to muscle. And that's why we call these people skinny fat, flabby. And they come in and they cannot all puzzle. I know, I don't understand. I do 5 sets of this, 6 sets of this, 7 sets of this, and they're flabbier than ever because they're not recovering. And there's only one substance. And when you get these, I'm still furious at that guy that claimed to get your amino. I can't get over him. This is the guy that drives me. Ooh. He's the one that drives me the nuttiest. You get your amino acids from fruit. Hey, come on. Show us maybe some amino acid fruit, but it don't mean nothing. What does it mean? You tell me that amino, remember, you need all the amino acids to build muscles, not one. You need them all. And so when somebody tells it's amino acid fruit, yeah, it may be. I'm not a chemist, I haven't checked it. It may be, but it's not going to build your goddamn muscle. That's what you got to think of.